I'm Elizabeth from American Income Life Insurance Company. Thanks for making the time to meet with me via video. Due to the current situation, the company is very committed to the safety of American Income Life representatives while to safely help protect working families like yourself. Report session utilizing form. There likely will be no referrals collected and no enrollments done without quality report built. The first 5 to 7 minutes should be spent in general conversation about that person and their family's life utilizing form. Family, occupation, recreation, and me. So John and Mary, is your family originally from the town? How long have you been living here? Where are you originally from? How long have you been married? How did you guys meet? Is your family also in town? Do you have a big family? Do you have any siblings, nieces, and nephews? Do you have any kids? What are their names? How old are they? Do they go to school? What do you do for fun? Movie nights, family get-together? What do you take your kids for fun? Do they do any sports? What do you do for a living? How long have you been there? Do you like it? John, how long have you been in the union? What kind of job are you currently on? How long have you been there? Etc. Do you ever go to your union's meetings or read newsletters? If yes, were you at the meetings where these programs were discussed? Or did you read the newsletters that cover it? If not, okay then, this is the first time you're hearing about the program? Well, I am here for 3 reasons. First is to go over your certificate of coverage. Second is to go over your health service discount card that works in conjunction with your current health benefit. Third and primary reason is the family care plan. Well, we in your union have recognized that there are some very serious gaps in the union's workers' coverage, and they work with our company to fill in those gaps. For instance, all of the union's workers have benefits on their job while they're working. But if they were to get laid off, downsized, quit, disabled, and most importantly, when you decide to retire, what happens to your benefits? Get an answer, and they should know they lose most, if not all of the benefits. Exactly, and unfortunately, that has been a big problem for many unions' family. So what we in your union have done is to put together a program so you're always protected and covered. Did you hear anything about that? That is exactly why I am here today. I'm going to show you a short video that better explains the relationship your labor union has with our company. Play video. After the video ended, do you know who Richard Trumka is that was speaking earlier? If not, he is the president of the AFL-CIO, which is the head union to all of the unions in the country. He's endorsing American Income and publicly thanking our company for the work we do with the union's family. First part of the program is AD&D. Here is the accidental death and dismemberment benefit that Yoletta talked about. John, this is the living benefit that will pay you X amount for the loss of one hand, one foot, or sight and one eye due to an accident, and double that amount for the loss of any two due to an accident. Mary, for you, this is the death benefit that will pay you X amount for should John dies as a result of an accident. Now, I know this X amount doesn't seem all the money in the world, but if John dies, his paycheck dies with him, and I'm sure that will put a major crunch on your budget, right? John, you said you want beneficiary's name as your beneficiary. Is that still correct? I will text this to you right now. What is your cell phone number? If having technical difficulties, tell them you will email it to them as soon as the appointment is over. We are allowing you to extend these benefits to your friends and family members, people who are in the circle of influence. Members can sponsor up to 5 families each. Let's start with your friends and family. You said you had your Use family members of friends obtained from the from. Click ADT video, skip it, and add referrals. Child Safe Kid app. John and Mary, because you have kids, this is in regards of the Child Safe Kid. According to the FBI, 93% of the adopted children are killed within the first 24 hours, which is horrific. Hopefully not, but have you ever been in a grocery store and you turn around and your child was gone even for a second? How did you feel? Let them answer. So God forbid that seconds turns into minutes or hours. That's what our Child Safe Kid app was built for. To help, it helps you get your children's information to authorities so they can start the search immediately. Walk them through installing the Child Safe Kid app. We are on a mission right now to get this Child Safe app into the hands of as many parents and grandparents in the area. We want to work with the most important hardworking families you know. Who's someone you know with a child? What's their name? So if Jane's daughter went missing, do you think she would see a value in having this? Let's get this out as soon as possible. Let me show you how easy it is to share this app with others. Go to your app, click Share App, go to your contact, walk them through the rest. Transition into the health service discount card. The second part of your program is the AIL Plus, which is the health service discount card. It is designed to help lower your out-of-pocket expenses and will not affect your existing coverage. Do me a favor, go to your Apple Play Store and search for AIL Plus and click download. If the client does not have a smartphone, they won't be able to have AIL Plus. Send them the brochure and they be able to use a family member's smartphone. Pull up the PDF brochure and go over a few discounts. Google AIL Plus and click the first link and sign the client up on the spot. John, I'm sure you see a value in having this, right? Those you have sponsored and the Child Safe will receive this as well. Let's start with your friends and family who do not have young children. Use people you have learned from the Rappel building. Share e-app. Who's next? Who's next? Next, and most importantly, is the family care plan. What we're going to do right now is examine the important reasons why people obtain life insurance coverage throughout different stages of their life. Life insurance video plays. Now, John and Mary, the reason why we see each union family separately is because each family needs and wants are different, meaning that the family I saw before you is different from you, and the family I'm about to see after you is going to have different needs. So each program is customized to fit your exact needs. What I'm going to do right now is ask you a couple of questions so we can see what you may qualify for and where your needs are. There are two things every member needs to qualify for your program. First, being that you have to be a union member, which you are a member of X local. Second, being that you have to be in fairly good health. So there are some questions pertaining to your health. Ask health questions, the first three about cancer, diabetes, and heart issues. Also ask about family history. Now, John and Mary, I do have some questions to go over with you. It is never in my business to ever hurt a family. I'm only ever here to help. I do want to talk to you about your finances to make sure when these programs make sense to you, I will absolutely make sure it's affordable and fit comfortably within your budget. What is your spouse monthly take home after taxes? How much life insurance do you currently have through your work? No matter the answer, just a reminder, John and Mary, that's a policy your job owns and control. Meaning, when you're laid off, downsize, quit, becomes stable, and when you retire, you lose most, if not all, of that coverage. It is a benefit, not a guarantee. It is nice that they give it to you, but statistically pays out less than 1% because people don't typically die on their job. They died off the job when they're no longer employed. So realistically, we cannot rely on that being there for your family. So, John, when it comes to your family, do you want to rely on 1% or 100% guarantee? That is why the important life insurance is the life insurance you own and control outside of work. So, John and Mary, how much life insurance do you own and control outside of work? If they don't, is there any reason for that? If they do, okay, great, that's a good start. Clarify that's the only policy they have. Spend it. If they do, if you were to die today, apart from final expenses, what monthly bills will your family need to use this money for? If they don't, will you be able to comfortably maintain your family's lifestyle with one paycheck? Itemize. Let's break down your monthly bills. Timeline. With insurance, set up a definitive timeline with their life insurance. Okay, with the money you have from your existing life insurance, Mary, it should last you and your kids at X amount of years after John dies. What do you have in place after that money is gone? Or will you have to figure out how to pay all of your bills every single month on your own without John's income? If nothing, any reason for that? What will you be forced to do? Ask both the same question. If they don't have insurance, with no insurance in place and absolutely no time to adjust, Mary, how do you plan to pay all of your bills on your own without John's income? Starting tomorrow, if he dies, what will you be forced to do? Ask both the same question. Do you rent or own your home? Adjust to either. Do you have a separate life insurance policy that allows you to pay your mortgage every single month, or would you have to be responsible to pay it all monthly on her own? John, let me ask you a question. Do you have anything in place to take care of all of your final expenses up front? Mary, will you be responsible to come up with that money all on your own? If not, that is exactly why I am here today. Do you bank locally with a savings or checking account? Now, John and Mary, this is a mandatory read-off letter. This simply means that all of the programs I'm going to go over with you are on a voluntary basis. This means that if you see a need for the benefits and you want to protect your family, like most of the union members do, all we have to do is sign you up for them today. On the other hand, if not, what I'm going to have you do is fill out an officer report form that will provide feedbacks to your union on why you did not see the value and the benefits they put together for you. Either way, the decision does have to be made today during your service period, in fairness to all the members waiting to be seen. Does that make sense?